Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Bosch SMS2HVW67 freestanding dishwasher. What I want to do today is to show you around the dishwasher, some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before I start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. What I want to do first of all is just cover some of the programs and how efficient or not they are. First one on here is the Eco 50, and with this one, as you can see, it will take around 4.5 hours to do a wash because you've got the really nice clear LED display in the middle here. So it's quite a long wash, but with this one it's very economical. It will only consume around 9 litres of water. Then the next program, the Auto 45 to 65 degree, what this will do is it will send a certain amount of water through to the wash at the beginning of the program, and it will detect how dirty that water is, and then it will select a temperature between 45 and 65 degrees. Now that's really good because sometimes you don't really know a temperature that is ideal for the wash, but whereas the dishwasher will do that for you. And of course consumptions will vary a lot, so as far as the water consumption, you're looking between 7 litres and 15.5 litres of water, depending on the temperature and the type of program that it's going to operate at. And as you can see, it will take approximately 2 hours 20 minutes for that. The next program, the Intensive 70 degrees, this is a really good one if you've done a Sunday roast, you've got really greasy pots and pans, and if you need the dishwasher to really perform at its best, then that's the one to go for. Again, just over 2 hours for that program. Next program is the Express 65 degrees, and this is designed to do a 65 degree program in 65 minutes, as it says here, hour and 5 minutes. And what this really is designed to do is to be a quicker wash, so performance might not be quite as good as some of the programs over on the left hand side here, but nevertheless it's going to consume around 10 litres of water, so it's still pretty energy efficient. The next program is the Silence 50 degrees, and with this one, this is going to consume around 10.5 litres, but this is really designed to operate at a lower noise level. So if you wanted to wash at night, or for example even if you wanted to wash during the day, and if you've got an open plan flat or apartment, then this could be a really good program to use. As you can see, it will be quite a long program at 4 hours though. With a favourite, what you can do is you can actually store a certain program in here with any additional items over the right hand side here into your favourite. Just before I show you the functions on the right hand side here, you will see you've got a couple of little symbols in here. First one is the salt, so you need to put the salt actually in the dishwasher. I'll show you where that goes in a minute, and also the rinse aid. But that's just a couple of warning indicators. Obviously this is a brand new dishwasher, so I've not put any of those in yet, but I'll show you where they go in a minute. This button here, Start In, is a time delay option. So what you can do, you can actually delay the start of the program by up to 24 hours. Now this can be really good if you wanted to have, if you got cheap electricity during the night, and if you just wanted to delay the start of it, and as you see it goes up to 24 hours, and then it goes back to 0, so that'll be the original time of the program. Next one is called Remote Start. Now on this dishwasher you have something called Home Connect, and this is a system that Bosch have introduced. They've been using it for several years now on quite a few of their appliances. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, that's almost a completely separate video, but essentially what you can do is you can actually remotely start the dishwasher from your phone or tablet. It's something that I suppose some people could find useful. Personally I think if you've got a phone or tablet, and when you get the dishwasher, just set it up, because there might be a feature on there that might be of use to you. With Extra Dry, what it will do is it just adds a little bit of time onto the end of the program, and this will increase the drying time slightly. As you can see, it's only around 4 minutes, but that can be really good for drying things like plastic items that you got in there. Say if you've got kids' cups or bowls, sometimes during a standard drying phase it won't get all of those dry, so you've got the Extra Dry option, which can be really useful. Next one is half load. So clearly if you've only got a smaller load in the dishwasher, then select the half load option, and depending on the program it can cut the washing time down. But one of the main programs, if you want to reduce the time of the wash, is called Speed Perfect. If I just get rid of that option. So as standard it will be 2 hours 20 minutes, and what it will do is it can reduce it by between 15% and up to 75% depending on the program. So it's not a standard, it's going to cut it down by half like on some washing machine programs, and that's really designed if everything in there isn't that dirty, if it's I suppose quite normally soiled, if you've not done a Sunday roast, that kind of really greasy pots and pans, that could be a really good option to select. Then the last one is called Machine Care, and with this program, this is designed to wash at 70 degrees, so again it's quite high temperature. You don't put anything in there, and really the idea of this program is it's helping to keep the machine nice and clean and well maintained inside. As I open the door, you'll see you haven't got the standard cutlery basket to the front here like on most other dishwashers. That's because the cutlery tray is actually at the top. This is a 14 place setting dishwasher, and the way they achieve that by getting extra place settings inside is by putting the cutlery rack on top. Now personally I think this is a very Marmite product. People either love it or hate it. I suppose some people would like to be able to separate all the cutlery out on top, and I suppose the main advantage, if you by separating everything out, you are enabling the best wash performance, because nothing should hopefully be touching, compared to items where it's just thrown or shoved into a cutlery basket. I must admit, the whole concept of shoving everything into a cutlery basket is how we've been at home, and sometimes the washing performance isn't that great. So I know for us something like this would be really good. But the reason I say about it being a Marmite product is that some people have tall glasses or tall dishes, for example, at the bottom, and by having this at the top, that can reduce the height. But for the majority of people, they do love this concept and it does work really well. Another advantage of this dishwasher is that you can reduce or raise the top basket as well. So you've got something called Rackmatic, and what will happen is by pressing the handles in at the side, you can just reduce or raise the basket ever so easily. Now most dishwashers, well, on some dishwashers you've just got a set of wheels on the side. You have to relocate it or take it off, and when it's full it's actually really heavy and it can be really difficult to do. So well done Bosch for keeping the Rackmatic on this, because that's a design they've had on dishwashers for years and always goes down really well with customers. You'll find you can clip these down if you want to. So if you've got things like long bread knives or little espresso cups, then you can pop them on there, whereas if you don't want to use them, just clip those down. You've got the little indentations, so if you have got quite an array of wine glasses that you wanted to get clean, then you could pop them in here and then just lean the stamp up at the top. As we go to the bottom of the dishwasher, you'll find that you've got these that you can fold down. So in the top, where it's light grey, and at the bottom, where it's a light grey finish, then all of those are static. But where it's dark grey, then you can actually fold these down. And that's really useful. So if you've got things like a big casserole dish, or a big, say, a big pan that you wanted to get clean, but you don't necessarily want to put it on top here, then you can just fold those down to provide a nice big flat area. If I just take that out for a moment to show you in here, maintenance of the dishwasher is really easy. You can take out the lower spray arm like that, that just pulls out, and if you need to give it a clean, perhaps put it in hot soapy water, or sometimes just to unblock these jets, then that's nice and easy to take it out. Also the filter, all you do is you just twist that and then take it out. You will see it's a little bit wet in here, that's just from where it's tested in the factory. And as far as the salt, I mentioned about the salt indicator earlier. This is where you put the dishwasher salt. Make sure it is proper dishwasher salt. You don't want to put table salt in there, like some customers have done. Then at the front here, this is where the gel pouch or dishwasher tablet will go. What I always say to people is when you're looking at purchasing dishwasher tablets, make sure you go for a good quality brand. Don't necessarily be tempted by, say, the 3-in-1 or 4-in-1 tablets where you think it's going to have everything in it, say the rinse aid and the salt in it, and you don't have to use those, because it's not really the case. Personally, I'd always recommend using dishwasher salt separately, and especially rinse aid, because you will find the performance of the wash, and especially the drying process, if you're using rinse aid, will be a lot better if you use it separately, rather than relying on a, say, a 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 tablet. Also, a nice little feature that Bosch have done for several years is that they've enabled this little area here, and I suppose first of all it does act as a little handle so you can pull the tray out, but the main thing is what will happen partway through the process of the washing, it will actually drop the tablet out from the drawer into this area here. And the main advantage is it just means that it dissolves properly rather than dropping into a cup or a bowl, and then you find at the end of the wash you've still got bits of residue of dishwasher tablet, which can be really frustrating on other dishwashers. I'll just show you around the back of the dishwasher. If you're going to install it yourself, then this could be useful. If you're not, then it might not be. Anyway, I'm going to show you around the back of the dishwasher anyway. So first of all, you've got the waste connection in the middle here. You do get a new water hose that's just connected at the bottom here. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's just at the bottom on the right hand side there. When you install the dishwasher, I'd always try and recommend using the new hose, but if you do use extended hoses, and if you can't use this shorter hose, then at least just take the washer out of the end here, put it into the extended hose and then get it connected. And then lastly, you've got the mains connection at the bottom left. Just show you the energy label. Now, as you can see on here, it's a D energy rating. Now that's not too bad. I know some of you are thinking, well, if I'm spending this kind of money, I'd prefer it to be more energy efficient. But you will find if you're comparing other models to this one around similar prices, then a D isn't actually too bad. You can see here that on average, it will consume 85 kilowatt hours of energy per 100 cycles. Clearly that's going to make a huge difference on the cycles that you're using. If you're leaning more towards the Eco 50 program, that's, I suppose, a lot more energy efficient than using things like the intensive 70 degree. Just at the bottom here, just proving it's a 14 place setting. The other main thing to mention is the noise level on here. As you can see, at 46 decibels, it's rated as a C rating as well. If you're thinking of purchasing one of these models, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Bosch SMS2HVW67 freestanding dishwasher. Would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up, click subscribe, leave any comments below. I always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video. If you've got any questions on the dishwasher that I've not covered, if I've not talked about it, then just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you, because I've got this on display at the moment. Also, if you have got one like this, so if you've got a Bosch freestanding dishwasher like this, let me know what you think about it, because I'd always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for joining me today.